Hi, Caprice.
Okay, we've got the recording started, so here we are, Tuesday night, some month, some date. Where are we? We are in March, uh, March,
22nd.
pardon?
22nd.
22nd already, and I got a dog in my room. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
Everybody mute your dogs.
Yeah, we got to mute the dog. That's right, mute your dogs. That was good. So anyway, welcome everybody. I'm excited for this call because I've known Levi for 29 years. Levi, 30 years? No, it's actually more than 30 years.
Since I was 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no, that's not true. But then I got it. Oh yeah, since you were 4, exactly. And the Burdicks are my direct upline. And so for those of you that are not familiar with Bob and Sue and Levi, they really are legends in our business. They were there, before Juice Plus came out. They built huge businesses. They've been able to help thousands of people. And I think the number one thing that Bob always says, and Sue too, that this is something that anybody can do if you put your mind to it. But rather than me tell the story, Levi, I'm hoping you can give a short version, like a 3 or 4 minute version of the story, the ticks out of the hair, whatever part you want to include. And then we are doing something really cool tonight. Levi's got it down, the numbers for how do you get to sales coordinator? What are the numbers? What do you need to do? And how do you duplicate that? So that's what the conversation is going to be tonight. And Levi, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Love it. Okay, I will jump right in here. Hopefully everybody can still see me. Okay, guys, thank you so much, Nikki. I am more than honored to be here tonight. Love the Team Heat and the Cottons. And a little bit about my background. My parents are both high school dropouts, and back in they were 2 kids. My dad was a construction worker, and my mom was just batting around. They met in the year 1969, and within 7 years, they had 5 sons. And they were living in a rented house in South Florida, just struggling to make ends meet. My dad, for the rest of their lives, they were kind of committed to just working hard. And that was like a lot of people, especially people with limited education, they feel like working hard is going to eventually break that cycle of poverty and get them out of the endless, paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. And it just wasn't doing it. We were living in South Florida, like I said, in a rented house. And my dad worked construction. My mom groomed dogs. Like Nikki said, there came a point in their life where she just got tired of scraping change to pay the rent and coming home every day, picking ticks out of her hair. And she knew something had to change. And at that time, one of her friends introduced her to this company. And she realized that there was something here that she could use to make a little bit of side money and earn an income. And she kind of drug my father along, kicking and screaming. He had supported my mom in everything she did, but this was something, it was a sales type of a job, and it was so far out of their comfort zone and their box that my dad was really reluctant. So begrudgingly, he went to a meeting with my mom where they talked a little bit about the company and the numbers. And what he saw with the numbers kind of turned a little bit of a light bulb on in him and made him realize that this could very well be the thing to change their lives. And I'm here to tell you 35 years later that it not only made my parents millionaires many times over, but it changed the course of our entire family's life forever. And it was all thanks to this company and this product. And it was started when they were introduced to Juice Plus, obviously a company that had been around over half a century. And, the leader, Jay Martin, and the vision of building a stable and lasting company, helping as many people as possible realize their dreams. My father translated that into his own thing of this became the average guy, the average person's best chance at finding and earning financial independence. And it has been that way for us. But like I said, in the very beginning, he was super skeptical. And Jeff Burdick, the guy that introduced us to the business, he said, Bob, let me ask you a question. Is what you're currently doing going to take you financially where you want to be in a reasonable period of time? Now, everybody in the call, I'm just going to tell you, if somebody asked you that question, there would be a pause, a moment where all of your life's bad decisions kind of bounced around your head. And it was that way for my parents as well, is what you're currently doing going to take you financially where you want to be. And then the guy, Jeff, added one word. He said, ever. Ever. Is what you're currently doing going to change your life ever? So it kind of sold my dad, and he asked, okay, I don't know anything about this industry. I don't know anything about this business. I'm literally as new as you can possibly be. My dad had a big beard down to here. He's covered in tattoos. My parents met in the 60s in a motorcycle gang in Fort Lauderdale. Let me just tell you, my father had never spoke in front of a crowd more than four-man crew. He yelled at using curse words, very abbreviated four-letter words. So the idea of being a salesperson of any type was, you might have well asked him to speak Japanese tomorrow. You know, is that foreign to him? So Jeff broke it down and he said, Bob, anybody can do this business if you share the product, you share the business, and you promote events. And my dad said, I don't want all the side nonsense. You know, I'm not here for that. I am not out to change the world, you know, and dedicated to this. I have 5 sons that just want to eat. I just got to keep the lights on and the bills paid. I have financial cancer, and we are desperate for an answer to that problem. And Jeff said, you share the product, you share the business, and you promote events. And that's the way it's going to be. You'll change your life. You will earn an income here that will blow your mind. So sharing the product, sharing the business. My parents were like, you know, I don't know, that sounds like sales, but the truth is every single person on this call, everybody watching at home, at some point you go to a new restaurant, you love it, you go tell your friends, you see a movie and you're like, oh my gosh, this was the greatest movie. You're sharing things constantly and you're not getting paid any commission on those things. To this day, in spite of all the digital media out there, most desired form of advertising. And we do it every day without even thinking about it. I don't care if it's a TikTok video. Oh my God, you got to see this. We're sharing. We're constantly sharing. And my mom realized we can do this. So sharing the product was easy. This is a product that's fruits and veggies. They're in a capsule. It makes sense. Tons of research behind it. All the great things about Juice Plus. The business costs $52 to set up. You work your own hours. You're your own boss. You set your own time. Guys, don't worry about taking notes here. This is just me and you. I will send you guys this whole presentation, so don't worry about that. This business is absolutely perfect. Now with COVID, with side gigs, you guys realize that 60 million working Americans today use some sort of a side gig to add income to their lives. That's 47% of all working women. Half. It's incredible. So side jobs, side gigs are a huge wave of the future. And my parents saw this all the way back in 1987. Since they had no visions of grandeur about creating and building a sales team, what my parents saw was the part-time retail opportunity. So I'm here to tell you guys right now, if you treat this business part-time and you devoted 10 hours a week, 2 hours a day, weekends off, part-time, you don't quit your job, you don't change anything you're doing. We're talking about a way to steal second base with your foot still on first. Working part-time and just staying focused, staying consistent, getting 2 customers a week, talking to as many people as you need to, get 2 customers a week over the course of a year. You're going to build, now, it may not sound like a lot, but let me break that down for you. We're talking about $1,800 a month. Now, there's no household in America that $1,800 a month is not going to drastically change. We're talking about 99% of people on planet Earth, $1,800 would be drastically altering their life. And for those of you who want to know the numbers, this translates 10 hours a week, $1,800, 40 hours a month. That comes down to about $46.88 an hour. Where are you going to work part-time at home without quitting your job where you're making nearly $50 an hour? So if you continued this, or if you devoted yourself and wanted to work extra hard and get 4 customers a week, or you just did it for a second year, you're building a $45,000 income over the course of 2 years, 3 years, $67,000. With this is your sales profit, your retail sales profit, and your commission only. This is no overrides. This is no team building. This is just you working from home over the course of 4 years, staying committed, staying dedicated, building a team of customers, you can earn a $90,000 a year income. And that's realistic. And that's what my mother saw. And she said, I can do that. I can work and bust my butt and make, and $46 an hour working from home. So all my dad wanted to know was how do we do this? This is a golden opportunity right here in front of us. Why are more people not seizing them? And I love this quote from Helen Keller. The only thing worse than being blind is having actual sight, but lacking the vision to see a bigger picture, something that can change your life and change your world. So in addition to those income producing activities of sharing the product and sharing the business, is sharing the vision. That's promoting events, guys. It's the absolutely critical to building your business. It allows people to see the bigger picture and really get the confidence that comes with finding it inside yourself to say, I can do this. If this guy up here can do it, if two high school dropout hippies from South Florida can do this, then this is something that I can do. And I'm going to stop right here to tell you guys, I was 14 years old and a terrible, rebellious kid, one of 5 teenage boys in the inner cities of Fort Lauderdale. And when my parents found this business, I was doing a little bit of summer school because I hadn't been the greatest student. And every day after my summer school classes, I had to sit in their meetings and watch this and watch the compensation plan and listen to it over and over. And I just by osmosis, I learned the entire compensation plan back when our what is now called qualifying sales coordinator position was called car qualified, because it was a point where you could get a car. I remember positions when when NMD was called a fifth dimension because you got paid on your 5th level. I remember and I watched the evolution of this company. But right then in the beginning, our primary sales tool was these old VHS tapes that sang the Cool Clear Water song. And my brother and I went door to door knocking on. You could go from house to house knocking on doors back then and not get killed. So it was a whole different time. Today, sharing the product, sharing the business, and promoting events, it couldn't be any easier. We're like dinosaurs the way we did this to beginning. I can remember going to to an electronics store and getting a tape recorder where I would record my parents doing a meeting and then burn copies of the cassette tape and hand them out and tell people, you got to listen to this tonight. I got somebody else who wants it. The way our business has evolved today, it's absolutely fantastic. The way our compensation plan has evolved, it has really changed with the times, shed the fat, got rid of bad things, introduced good things, and it has become this sleek, efficient, money-making compensation plan that pays out 47 cents on the dollar to us, the partners in the field doing business. It's absolutely the best thing. I encourage you all, understanding the compensation plan will help protect you from other companies who recognize that the Juice Plus company has we're like a magnet for awesomeness. We just attract awesomeness. Fantastic people want to work with our product and our company. They come here, so other predatory companies want to come after us. By teaching your people the compensation plan, they'll learn when they are tempted by another company and they go and look at their compensation plan and they'll say, no, thank you, I'm sticking with Juice Plus. But that picture can be a little bit daunting. When you look at this and break it down, and I'm here to tell you, if you're on this call now and you've been here, motivation plan still gives you a little bit of goosebumps, raise your hand, because a lot of people who've been with this company 10 years still look at this and get overwhelmed. So what I want to do today is help each of you guys get confident with this by don't look at the whole thing. We're just going to focus on what we call the foundation. Okay, guys, this is the foundation of your business. This, what you're looking at right here, will change your life. If you learn how to walk these steps and then turn around and teach it and do it again. And I want you to do this every 90 days. I want you to make yourself a sales coordinator every 90 days. And every 90 days that you do that, you're gonna do it yourself, and you're gonna teach one of your guys to do it. If you do that, you will build a fortune and you will build a wide and stable business. So step one, guys, obviously you sign the app, you're a partner. It is that easy. There's no other virtual franchise that can give you what this company does. Sign the app, you're a partner. What's it take for me to get to Partner Plus? It takes 900 promotional product volume in 30 days, 10 days if you want to express track it, okay? So understand where your promotional points come from, and understand, later on we'll get to it. I'll show you a sheet on the Juice Plus Hub where you have all these numbers broke down. I want everybody, it's going to be one of your assignments to print this out, look at it, see how many promotional points on each product is worth, and understand it. If somebody said, I want you to memorize all this, you'd be like, I don't know about that. But if they said it's gonna be worth $1 million to you, you do it tonight. It's like a good song, you know, memorize this entire poem. I can't do it. Put it to music, you do it in one night. Okay, 900 PPV in 30 days, 10 days for the express track. You're right there, you're picking up $50 to $100. If you don't want to do it in the fast track or express track, you can eat your way there over any period of time and accumulate 4,000. Moving up to the qualifying. Now, when you do that, you're automatically eligible for a 5% commission. So you're already getting the sales profit, which on a trio is $30. So you can add 5% on top of that. So now you get a little fired up. I'm doing the same thing that I was doing as a partner. Now I'm doing it as a partner plus, and I'm making more money. So I want to say, hey, I'm going to keep doing the same activities, and I want to get paid more. So to be a qualifying sales coordinator, what used to be the car qualified position, is 3,600 in promotional product volume, and you want to do that in 60 days. I encourage everybody, get on the express track, because the momentum of doing Partner Plus in 10 days and QSC in 30 days from Partner Plus. You only got to add 5 more to have a total of 7 customers at QSC. You've got 3,600 in volume. It's not just you, it's you and your other partners, you and your other Partner Pluses. You guys are doing this together. So very easy to build this little bit of a team here. And right away, now you're getting 10% commission, plus they're adding in a little 3% performance bonus, which we'll talk about later, because it's going to eventually be the biggest part of your check. So it's a real key item here. And we want to understand the numbers and why they're important. To make sales coordinator, prove that you can develop your team. You've got a little bit of a team. All we want to do is establish some width here, 1 Partner Plus and 2 lines that have a QSC in them. Okay, so that is you learning to take these steps and turn around and teach them to somebody else. 10,800 in PPV between you, your QSCs and below. You do it in 3 months, that's $700. If you express track these steps right here, and you do it in 3 months, we're talking about 90 days. Forget the bonuses, forget the commissions, forget the retail profit. In bonuses alone, we're talking about $1,200. Here's the best thing. If you learn how to take these steps and turn around and teach them to someone else, you get the $1,200 again. You turn around and teach somebody else, you get the $1,200 in bonuses again. 100 at Partner Plus, add another 400 at QSC, add another 700 at Sales Coordinator. So I encourage you guys, you want to lead by example. You understand this fundamental part of our business right here. How many promotional product volume points is it going to take, and how customers do I need, and how big do I want my line to be? Here we go, guys. Here's the key to all of this. Wider is better. Everybody knows this, guys. Everybody knows this. You have to understand these numbers. This is the sheet that I was telling you about. It is on your Juice Plus Hub. I want everybody, if you haven't already gone there and downloaded this, do it. I encourage you to open it on your cell phone, snap a screenshot of it, and save it in one of your albums on your phone so you have instant access to it. The prices will change. These things affect the compensation plan. Just due to life, all prices are going to slowly go up. It's just the way things are. So don't worry about memorizing where they are right now. Get yourself familiar with it and know to just say, hey, let me take a look. Pull it up and look. I love the fact that this shows you in glaring form that we're getting 10% retail sales profit on all of our Juice Plus products. But on our Tower Garden products, it's 50% profit. You're getting a 50% retail profit on Tower Garden stuff. The numbers matter. It's huge money. I love this page. I love this page. I'll say it again. Find this page on your phase 2. Go to your Juice Plus Hub, and on the compensation training, this page is under the phase 2 part. I want you to do the same thing. Screenshot and keep this page. It is very important. What's the song say? We started from the bottom, now we're here. Look at the bottom. It's going to walk you through each of these columns. What do you need for Partner Plus? You need 900 PV. What do you need for QSC? You need 3,600. And when you get to the PBQ, performance bonus qualified. So we're going to take just a second to talk a little bit about that. You see here our ways of earning income, our retail sales profit, our commission. Our performance bonus, guys, is paid out once you reach the position of a qualifying sales coordinator. You will now start getting a commission override, proving that you're a leader building a team. Now, you have to meet certain benchmarks to get it. You have to have an 1,800 PB, what's called PB volume, and that is your volume, your customers, your partners, and your partner pluses. So in order to qualify for PB, everybody say it together. I need 1,800 in PB volume, or, so important, 5 lines that somewhere in those lines, there is a PB qualifier. That means you're 5 wide, PB qualified, self-qualified. Your volume no longer matters here. You're self-qualified. And the importance of going wide is going to just accumulate here as we go on. So I encourage everybody right out of the gate, don't wait, don't drag your feet. Wider is better. Self-qualifying yourself for PB is a huge thing. This is a huge portion of your check, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. This is going to be paid to you when you reach the QSC position and you reach your minimum qualification. It's going to be paid to you 3 levels deep. Okay, guys, that's 3 generations deep. And we could do a whole training on the difference between generations and levels. But a generation is somebody who's qualified, and that's 1,800. So you go down to the next person that's hitting 1,800, that's your next generation. So when you first qualify for performance bonus, you're getting it 3 generations deep. But if you are 4 PB qualifiers wide, you'll get PB 4 levels deep. And once you reach the position of qualifying national marketing director, you can double your check in 1 month by going 5 wide and becoming qualified for that 5th generation. And I tell you this, and we're going to look at it a little bit later. Your 5th generation, if you are sticking to my foundation rules and you're building a sales coordinator line strong, and you're stepping back and you're leading by example, and you're doing it again, and you're training people to do it, and it's just building a sales coordinator, building a sales coordinator, building a sales coordinator. If you're doing that front line, you're going to build a wide and stable business. You're working with your team, and you're going to have a strong 5th generation. So when you reach the level of qualifying national marketing director, and you earn the 3% performance bonus on that 5th generation, your 5th generation alone is going to be equal to or larger than this, and you will double your check. I've seen it happen. In addition to that, once you reach sales coordinator, you're eligible for another bonus, another override, and this is the promote out bonus. This is POB, promote out bonus. Now, this is paid on you and down through your first POB qualifying sales coordinator. This is another huge bonus, and you get it for being a leader and for training leaders, for being duplicatable. This once you get here and you see from the diagrams below, it can get convoluted because there's a lot of different ways that you can qualify for POB. But know this, you have to do in your QSCs and below, your volume has to be 5,400. On the POB, you have to do 5,400 in volume on your QSCs and below, or you can get 3 POB lines wide, and that's going to pay you deep and good money. So all of these things are broken down on the Juice Plus Hub by Julie Herbst in a couple training videos that are excellent. And she's blonde, and she's brilliant, and she's beautiful, and she's a whole lot more fun to look at than I am. So I want to focus on those first 4 steps, guys, up to sales coordinator. the importance of this and building your line wide right from the get-go, going 5 lines wide, is because in order for something to last thousands of years, you need a foundation that is super wide, super stable. Okay. And you doing the sales coordinator march where you're nailing it, going back every 90 days and doing it again, you're gonna be a leader by example. And people are gonna see that. That width is gonna be unbelievable stability. My father loves this diagram.
Levi, can I say something real quick?
Fire in.
Well, I just want to let all of you know that maybe this is the first or the second time that you're really hearing about the marketing plan and you're ready to pull your hair out. And you're thinking this is too much, too hard. He's talking really fast. Whatever it is that you're thinking, if this is one of the first few times you've heard this, I just want to let you know in advance. I think it takes 10 times at least to understand this marketing plan. So the beauty of this call tonight is this might be your first or second out of the 8 times. So give yourself some grace. Let it soak in. I love that Levi said you don't necessarily need to take notes. First of all, this will be on YouTube. It'll be on our Heat Facebook page. But just get the energy from Levi. Just understand the possibility from Levi. It will come to you. If you're a numbers person, you might already get it. But most of you know it's taken you a long time. So I just want to give you new people that are ready to jump off. Listen all the way through because this is first of many and it's just one of those things that you have to spend some time with. And Levi, this has been amazing. Just want to say lots of texts already saying this is an amazing call. We can't wait to watch it again. So that's all I have to say.
Okay, no, that is really great information right there. I don't want any of you guys to be overwhelmed by this. The reason I'm jumping into this is because it is so easy to be overwhelmed by this. It's so easy that people will turn it off, never realizing that if they take a little bit more time to grasp why these numbers are so important and why they matter, it can impact not only your financial future, but the number of people whose lives you can change in a positive, healthy way. So it's really important to understand, especially what we're about to talk about, your width. What we're going to look at here, and I'm just going to name the shadows on the left, Carol and Sam. That's 5 wide and 6 wide. And Carol there, and they're going to represent our perfect world scenario. You guys will hear this all the time. If I got 5, who got 5, who got 5? You'll hear this all the time. But I want you to see the difference in just adding one additional line. Over to the right, we're going to see Amber over there in her pencil skirt, and she's going to go 12 wide. And what's going to happen with Amber is the reality that your team is often only going to do a fraction of what you do. So while Amber gets 12 people front line, each of those people is only going to get 5. Now, over on the other side, they're going to get 5, who get 5, who get 5. And Sam there in the middle, he's going to get 6, who get 6, who get 6. Just follow along with me, and you'll see. Carol got 5. That makes 25 on her second generation. Sam got 6. Each of them got 6. That's 36 people on his second generation. But Amber here, her 12 only got 5 each. And those 5, they're only going to do a fraction of what their upline did. And this is a little bit of reality. So the next generation, you see, it's duplicating according to the numbers. 5 wide is staying 5 wide, 6 wide. And the difference between 5 and 6, guys, is Sam got one extra person. And that's the difference that I want to focus on during this exercise. So now, again, Amber's group is only duplicating a fraction of her effort. And we see where we're going with this. So by the end, 5 generations, let's say it took you 5 years, a year to accomplish each generation. In 5 years, you're looking at, and you see that 5th level there for Carol, 3,125 people. That represents her 5th generation. And as you can see, it's greater than the sum of all 4 generations above it combined. Same with Sam there. So what we look at now is the totals. This took you 5 years of massive effort to build a team like this. And again, I get that over here with Carol and Sam, we're looking at a perfect world where nothing goes wrong. Everything is perfect. But what I'm showing you is the difference. In a perfect world, look at the difference between Carol's organization, 5 wide, with 3,905 people, and Sam, who just added one additional friend at the beginning. One friend, she got 5, he got 6. Didn't seem like that big of a difference. But by the end, his team is 9,000 people. Now, we're going to take these numbers here, and I want to show you guys what those numbers in terms of the size of your team will look like in dollars. Okay, we all want to translate this into dollars. So here's those teams. That's their total team after 5 years of massive work. Now, to qualify your business, it only takes $175. $175 keeps you qualified for all of your commissions. So we're going to say that this team does the bare minimum, the absolute minimum, just the 175. And we're only going to focus on their performance bonus. We're only going to look at the 3% override performance bonus that you're going to get on this team. That's a monthly income. And that monthly income is in 5 years based solely on, that's no retail profit. That's no 5, 10, 15% sales commissions. That's none of that. That's no POB. That's just your 3% performance bonus. And as you can see, the difference between going 5 wide and adding 1 additional line becomes a 250% increase in check. I'm stressing this, guys, just because the numbers matter. And when you get your team and you're building and you're fired up, it's easy to say, why didn't someone explain this to me in the beginning? Why didn't somebody tell me that going wider was going to make that big of a difference? And we see Carol over there. I mean, Amber down here on the end with her 12 wide, even with her team who's failing, who's each generation is getting worse than the one before, still has built a $13,000 a month residual income on performance bonus alone. So guys, in order for you to build a team like this, you must lead by example, guys. You have to start right from the beginning, going wide yourself, doing the foundation steps, partner plus, QSC, sales coordinator, 900, 36, 54, 10, 8. You have to get in your mind what these numbers mean and why it's so critically important. And when you do it and you lead by example, and every 90 days you're saying to your friends, hey, I'm going to go get a new guy and teach him to be a sales coordinator. And you are my new team member. I'm going to help you do it. So we're going to do it with my guy. I'm going to help you do it with your guy. And we're going to go back. We're going to reset and rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. And hey, let's get your guy that you just got the sales coordinator and let's teach him to do it. And let's all start back over in 90 days and do it again and do it again. One thing that Jeff or Bertie told us was there is no problem within your organization that will not be greatly benefited with the addition of 3 new qualifying lines. And that has always been true. Nikki, is that not true?
Absolutely.
So when you're leading by example, guys, people will know this, that you can't just go out and teach somebody all this stuff and expect them to know it. You can't teach something you don't know. And if you don't know it until you're doing it yourself. So you got to do to know, and you got to know to teach. And when you do that, people will see this guy cares about his team. This guy cares about me. This guy cares about his family. This guy is more than just a bunch of words. He's going to be putting in the time. They're going to see you putting in the time with them. They're going to see you caring about them. And I love the old, and I don't know if Earl Nightingale said it or John Maxwell, they've all attributed it to Teddy Roosevelt, so I will too. People will never know, or never care how much you know and what's in your brain until they recognize it and know how much you care about them. So don't lie to yourself, guys. Ask yourself those questions. Right now in your business, are you leading by example? How many customers have you got just since Christmas? How many new partners? How many promotions have you seen in your team? Don't lie to yourself. You know, I mean, people walk around all the time and they just, you know, kind of put on a little bit of a front. Then hold yourself accountable. Be accountable to yourself. Set that goal and don't let anything sway you or detract you from it. I can tell you this, as a 14-year-old boy, I would go up and say goodnight to my parents throughout the day, end up in their bathroom, and in their bathroom, on their mirror, was this sticky note. And I remember it and this is my dad's handwriting, guys, so you'll have to excuse him. Did I mention my parents were high school dropouts? My parents wrote this on this sticky note, and they actually had them all over. But the key one was in their bathroom because they wanted to see it every morning when they got up. They wanted to see it every night when they went to bed. What did I do today? You see the words that are underlined there and how many times they're underlined? What did I do today to benefit my family's financial future? And I can tell you, The person with the answer to that question will always be staring back at you in that mirror. So no lies. I think that the numbers matter, guys. I think the numbers matter because each and every one of you matters in the lives that you want to change in your own family and down the road in your community and in society in general. We have a company that believes firmly in what it's doing. I've been around this business since I was a teenager. I've grown up with it. I value the education I've learned from people like Chris and Nikki Cotton and Sean and Jennifer Myers and and Jeffrey Burdick. I value that education more than the bachelor's degree I got in international business, because it's been the observation of watching my parents travel all over the world and teach people how to set these goals and how to achieve these goals and watching it change their lives. And I really feel like each and every one of you can do that here. I'm here to help. And I really appreciate the opportunity to talk to you tonight. Thank you.
Wow. So hang on one second. That was great, Levi. I'm curious. I want to put this on gallery view for a second because I want to just see. Does anybody, first of all, do you have any questions? If you do, just raise your hand if you've got a question. And is that okay with you, Levi? I know it's late.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So if you've got a question of something you don't understand, feel free. We'll take 2 questions. You've got them. If you're totally baffled, don't say that. We'll catch up with you. We'll help you catch up. But if you've got a specific question about something that you heard that you didn't understand, let me know.
I just want to know how can we get the presentation from you, Levi?
I will make that presentation available to Nikki. I can upload it somewhere and let Nikki just share it.
Yeah, you can send it to me, Levi, and I'll make sure that you guys get it. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, this presentation is nothing. If you notice, everything that I got, I took straight off of the Juice Plus Hub. We quit trying. We used to make, every time we traveled, my father would take pages and pages of notes, and I would have to make whole new presentations. We quit doing that. I just go straight to the hub. Everything that I use, I don't want to reinvent the wheel, and I don't want each and every one of you to feel like you have to reinvent the wheel. All of this information is available right there on the Freedom Revolution and the Juice Plus Hub. They have made it so simple, so great. And I encourage each of you to take the time to get in there, click around, watch Julie Herbst walk through this, enroll in the courses on there and do them, and just build your own confidence in it. Nikki said it the best. She used 8 or 10 times to hear this. That's not even close. There's people who hear it 100 times and they're still like, I don't want to, don't talk anymore. They don't want to hear it. The numbers matter, guys. And I hope that this gave you a little glimpse at why they do.
Okay. Levi, that was really, really a great presentation, really concise and direct, and your energy is fantastic. And I don't know if I've seen you train before, so it was really fun for me. And walking down memory lane was even better. Car qualified. That was hilarious to me because we were car qualified and got a new car. So anyway.
Remember the little sticky?
I'd like to say one thing about it. And I was fortunate to be able to do some 3-way calls with Levi, and very, very helpful. Thank you. Thank you, Levi. And I think that it took me a long time to really get a presentation like this, where there's a lot of information to dig through, but to have it kind of put in chunks, combined to give us a good view of it really helps. So I think it's great. I wish I would have understood that sooner, and you definitely don't understand it all right away, but at least that gives you a snapshot, and then you can go to your upline or Nikki and get more clarification. But it was a great whole picture.
And I want to thank you, Caprice. I want to specifically thank you because you're the really one that encouraged this and said, let's do this. How do we make this happen? I mean, if you had not really pushed me to do this call would not have happened tonight. So I want to give kudos to Caprice for seeing what this could do for all of you. So if all of you would, first of all, we do have a Take Healthy Back call at 7 o'clock. So if you've got some people that need to hear more stories, more excitement about our product, our business, what it does on a very personal level, get on the call tonight, Take Healthy Back call, the same Zoom number as this call. It's at 7 o'clock tonight. And if all of you would unmute yourself and just one word of thanks or gratefulness or whatever that Levi can hear before we turn all of this off. And my word would be clarity.
Total clarity. Thank you.
Possibility, Levi.
What
Yeah,
word?
possibility. Yeah.
Simplicity. Thank you.
Vision.
Abundance.
Thank you, Levi.
And
Focus.
Levi.
Thank you.
so
Awesome.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Levi.
Thank you.
Thank you, Levi.
Bye, everybody. Thanks, Levi.